Hello everybody, this is Sparky, and welcome back to Sparky's Guide. So I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving with your families. I hope you guys didn't have to leave early due to the things that we don't talk about at the dinner table. I really didn't have to deal with any extended family at all. I just went over to my mom and dad's. So on to today's video. Before I talk about that, I just want to say if you want to continue to see Sparky's Guide content, then remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell. So, why am I wandering around my world? Well, I'm not going to be going to the zombie spawner, which is over here, but instead we are going to be talking about some new mountain biomes. So, in my notes, I got here the snowy slopes and then the jagged peaks. So the snowy slopes, according to the wiki, I probably should have looked at the jagged peaks, but I'll just go off memory from there. So the snowy slopes is kind of like a grove, and we haven't really gotten to a grove, but it's kind of basically similar to like a snowy taiga, except it's hilly. Just some regular snow and some snow layers. And then the jagged peaks, from what I remember, is that it's a little bit stony. There is also some snow and powdered snow in that biome as well. Those are 2 out of the 3 biomes where goats spawn. So before I decide to go and travel almost 1,000 blocks in this world, but I want to go over a couple of things that you're going to need. These are the things that you're going to need when you first go to the snowy slopes and jagged peaks biome. Food definitely is one of them that you're going to need. I did not have a lot of food, so that's why I have all this food here. You're going to need one other thing besides these leather boots, and you're going to need buckets. So the reason that you need leather boots is because these leather boots actually protect you from the powdered snow that we saw not that long ago, but this is a stony shore and so is that over there. And then we got some beaches. There is the stony shore that we just talked about and the one over there. And I come not even maybe 100 blocks or so. I see a shipwreck and an ocean monument. Oh my goodness. An ocean monument is a very good source of XP, and there is some loot in there. And with the recent armor trends that were added in 1.20, the Elder Guardians, which are kind of like the boss mob, there's a certain armor trim that you can get from those Elder Guardians. And then at the shipwreck, there is a bunch of loot, and you can also get a treasure map. I also should have brought a crafting table and a bed. So thankfully, there's not a lot of places where mobs can spawn. What does that look? I think it's ruins, ocean ruins. Now we're not going to really get into those today. They kind of have trash loot, honestly, but there can be some good loot there. And then there are some magma blocks down there, those orange blocks. You don't want to go over those blocks with a boat because it can sink you down. Seriously? Okay, there's a coral reef, and we have another ocean monument. Oh my god. I'm going to take another screenshot. Holy crap. I did not think that we were going to see this much stuff while we were exploring, but I guess we haven't really done a lot of exploring today, so like, holy crap, man. Wow. Don't think that we've ever talked about these ruined portals before. They can come in all shapes and sizes. They usually come with some loot, which, okay, some iron nuggets, gold. Yeah, there really isn't a whole lot here. And then Crying Obsidian is another thing that you're going to get. It's this purpley kind of obsidian stuff, and you can use it to make a respawn anchor, which is basically like a bed for the nether, except the nether anchor will not explode into the nether. But it is crazy that we're seeing all kinds of new stuff, which is good. So maybe the title will be, I don't know, something, this is crazy. I traveled 1,000 blocks, this is what I found. Yeah, there's a jungle right here. Okay, you know what? I am going to take some of this bamboo. There is some new bamboo blocks in this latest update, 1.20. Alright, so I got some of the bamboo, and then I got some jungle saplings so we can make some jungle trees now if we really want to. I got some jungle logs, and then I got some cocoa beans. So we can actually use these to make brown dye. And I originally said that I wanted to have brown carpets, but I didn't go to the jungle and I didn't have cocoa beans, so I wasn't able to do that. But we'll be able to actually like finish my house. So there's a lot of episodes to be made about all the stuff that we collected today. So, and the reason that I'm actually starting this clip now is because, as you can see, there is a village over there. And there's a dolphin. We're going to be talking about dolphins later. An acacia village. This is an acacia biome. It really is kind of lacking. They are going to add the armadillo that won the mob vote this year, so which is nice. I finally made it. There wasn't really anything that was that interesting. I mean, this view is amazing. We are in the snowy slopes, so it's kind of how it sounds. It's a slopes with snow, pretty much. You can get snow blocks here pretty well, and you do need silk touch. I would like to get some powdered snow and bring that home. And I was like, okay, where was it? Where's the powdered snow? Because I was traveling up and down, and these are just regular snow blocks with snow layers. Well, I'm like, okay. I went down a certain path, and as you can kind of see, this is powdered snow. I am going to step in it, and I'm going to like the difference between wearing these netherite or boots compared to the leather ones. And this happens when you have nothing on. You're gonna have this like frost effect, and if you stand in it long enough, your hearts are gonna turn white, and you can take damage. So I'm gonna take off something, and then it's gonna speed up the process a little bit. But if you stay in here long enough, you see, with all of these nearby, it can kind of suck, and that's kind of how my experience was when I was trying to get through this stupid stuff. So it is kind of annoying. So getting leather is pretty easy. So that's what I would recommend when coming to these biomes. So I'm going to take these off, or these netherite boots off, and put on these leather shoes. Go on top of it, and you're going to get the advancement, light as a rabbit. So this is going to prevent you from sinking in to the powdered snow. Now, obviously, if it's above you, you might go into the block, but it's not going to let you freeze or anything. Let's get some powdered snow. So the buckets, you're going to need 3 iron if you don't remember, and then you're just going to hit right click. And it's going to be powdered snow bucket. It was very white. Very white indeed. There is some iron up there, and that is actually part of the Jagged Peaks biome. So basically, it's just instead of being super flat and super white, you do have a little bit gray on top, combined with some of the iron and coal. If you can't find iron in the early game, then I suggest coming to one of these mountain biomes. But you just want to be careful, because if there's a big drop and you don't have a lot of armor, kind of like this 4-block drop, you're gonna probably get at least half a heart. Yeah, it's kind of plain, but it's some of the biomes that we haven't talked about yet. Just something that I think we need to do in this series before we go into the world tour. Now, I'm probably not gonna show any of this. There's a cave down here. So, yeah, you would definitely take some damage if you would fall off this with no armor, and you might even die. There's a creeper down there. So, we're not gonna deal with that right now. But, yeah, that's the snowy slopes and Jagged Peaks. Am I gonna necessarily build out here? No, I don't think so. But I definitely am going to get another portal out here, because if I want some powdered snow, I can definitely get some powdered snow out here. So you can't craft it. So it's kind of a niche kind of spot for powdered snow. Things that I would like to talk about in the time being. So we got 4 carpets over here down on the first floor. There, right there, in this wall, and in front of the door. Now, if you remember, back in episode 10 when I built this house, I had brown carpet in spot of these regular white carpets. We can actually make some improvements to our house, which is kind of crazy. I've had this for a good year now, and it's been the same ever since I built this house. How do you grow cocoa beans? Cocoa beans, you need jungle wood. Like, I grabbed about half a stack, and you can grow one on each side of a jungle log. And then I got some bamboo. It doesn't matter what block, I don't believe, but these can grow really tall and really fast. So what you would want to do is make sure you hit the second one, and eventually we're going to be making buildings for the both of these at some point. I don't know when, but we will. So if you have any questions or comments or concerns at all, please let me know in the comments. Alright, I am out of here. This has been Sparky and Sparky's Guide, and I will see you